Transmission dowel pins can often be overlooked. Dowel pins are important to ensure proper alignment to the engine block. If these dowel pins are missing or damaged or dirty, it's possible to have a misalignment between the engine and the transmission, which would cause a vibration and ultimately transmission case damage. In this particular instance, when we pulled the transmission out, this dowel pin was stuck in the transmission case. It's important to make sure that these go back in the engine once you remove the transmission. What you would want to do is try to use a pair of pliers and work this back and forth while pulling out at the same time. That will get the dowel pin out. In some cases, these are frozen in there pretty good. A little bit of heat might be needed, but make sure that you don't concentrate the heat in one particular area. Move the heat around and don't use too much. A lot of times a little bit of heat is all that's needed, and a little bit of force with the pliers. In some cases, you may need to come in here with a punch and a hammer and try to drive it out from the back side. The thing to be careful about is that this case is easy to break. If you hammer on it with too much force, you may break this ear off, and that would cause an issue, would cause case damage. The crankshaft pilot bore also needs to be clean and free of debris. When you're putting the transmission in, you'll notice that there's a pilot on the end of the torque converter, and that pilot needs to go into the crankshaft bore. If that's not free of debris, you'll end up having resistance on trying to put this transmission up against the engine block. Do yourself a favor here, take a minute, sand it down, piece of emery cloth or Scotch-Brite or something like that. It'll make your installation go a lot smoother.